So today we've got Emma Bradley, our accounts manager from Tesla, coming into the head office. Just to go over everything that we've researched so far on the Tesla, validate the products and the research that we've done, also just to reaffirm our working relationship with Tesla as well, and just to ensure that we have got the full product knowledge, whether it's regards to discharge power, the Stormwatch feature, and also more importantly, well not more importantly, but just as importantly, what Tesla have got in store for the future, so we can stay one step ahead of the game and give you all the information that you as a client need as well. Kept back in at the end and we did the lowdown on what went down. Okay, so we've just finished the meeting with our Tesla accounts manager, Emma Bradley. Again, just validating all of the research that we've put into Tesla products so far and getting the lowdown and the updates on what's coming in the future from Tesla. One of the main things that I learned from it is regardless of what you set the inverter at with regards to the charging of the Tesla Powerwall 3, it'll charge and discharge at 5 kilowatt hours per hour. And if you have the expansion pack added onto the system, they charge simultaneously as well. So that was my main takeaway. Other than that, a great meeting. We validated all the research that we've carried out so far, doubled down on our working relationship with Tesla, and we look forward to moving forward with them in the future and providing you with everything that you need to know on the Tesla Powerwall 3 and future innovations.
Guys, so myself and Emily are attending the MCS webinar today. It's an overview of the scheme's redevelopments, how they might impact us as a business, how it will impact the installers and the customers and homeowners. So we're going to take part in that. I know there is some installers that are also going to be joining to put some really important questions to Ian Rippon from MCS. We'll give you a little oversight at the end, but yeah, really looking forward to it. So, as I mentioned, we've now attended the MCS webinar. It was myself and our Head of Operations, Emily Ormerod, and it was really informative. So there's a few key points that we touched upon, and I know that they've also mentioned about the scheme redevelopment possibly rolling into 2026. So what I'd like to do is come away from this, get all the facts and the information that we've taken as a business and relay that to you, possibly in a separate video or even in the diary. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, some great points raised and there will be big changes in the future. So I'll pass you on to Emily. She's going to give you her thoughts on the day. Yeah, thanks for watching.
I thought it was really informative and it's very important to stay on top of the guidelines. So yeah, really happy that we did that.
Morning, we're on our way to the Tesla training. Excited to see the new Powerwall 3 and have a test drive in the Teslas. Just want to see how the apps and the ecosystem work, how the gateway ties in with the new Powerwall 3. Pretty clear on all the hardware, but just getting some advice from some practiced installers would be really helpful.
Well, to be honest, mate, I've never been.
So just going to be a bit...
Just looking forward to going, yeah.
Just learning a bit about the day.
Yeah.
No worries.
To Blue Ape Renewables. We've just completed the Tesla Roadshow about getting some installer training. They've kindly offered free test drives to anybody with a license, so we're just currently doing that now and just experiencing a Tesla. So it's the end of the day, we're back at the office. We've had a great morning at Tesla. We've seen the Powerwall 3, the gateway, they've talked us through the connections, the ecosystem, the app. It looks really brilliant. I think it's going to be a great product. Simple to install and really powerful with a big capacity. I'm looking forward to connecting the solar. It can take a huge amount through 3 different MPPTs. Also the battery storage, setting it up to optimise the smart tariffs people might have. The cost savings could be really great. And also, if there's any power loss, you can set it up to run almost all of the systems for a house, anything single phase up to 11 kilowatts. It's a really great system, really powerful.
Right, today we're installing a 8 kilowatt mid-ear heat pump, taking the old boiler out and putting in this heat pump. It's got flow and return 28mm pipes going upstairs to the cylinder. It's got 2 shut-off valves on it. Connects in at flexies at the back here, which are under that lagging. It's got the weather-resistant lagging on this to keep the heat in. We've just got the blow-off left to do outside here, which needs finishing off. The gas pipe for the boiler has been taken out as well, so that's been capped off. So everything inside of the heat pump is the electric side, so they'll take everything off here to put all the feeds in and stuff. With the heat pumps, you've got to make sure they have a distance behind them of 300. That's for airflow and also to do with maintenance on the side of them, because you need to take these off so you can check internal parts. On the 28mm pipes, we put the lagging, which is weather resistant for outside, so it doesn't deteriorate. This keeps the heat within the pipe so it doesn't escape, and obviously while it's flowing up and returning to the buffer. And the old boiler is just behind you, sat there, the one that we took out. So that'll only take us a couple of minutes to do. Just at the end of the job, we're just letting the foam dry so that it's got something it can stick to basically. Right, we're all finished here now, apart from lagging. Obviously all these copper pipes will need lagging except for the blow-offs. So what we've done today is we've taken out the old gas boiler, the old combi which was in there, and we've replaced it obviously with a heat pump which was outside, and we've replaced it with a cylinder in here. So as you can see, them 28 pipes that were outside run underneath this floorboards, come up to here, where you've got a diverter valve which will either have it pumping for the hot water or pumping for the radiators. It's currently set at 1.5 bar of pressure. As it comes round to this side where there's a buffer, so the liquid we put in is glycol, which is an antifreeze. So off the top of my head I can't remember the temperatures, but it's so it doesn't freeze or boil. And that goes in because it's a better conductor of heat and obviously better distributor of heat than water going through the system. Low loss header, so what that does is when the heat pump's on for heating, it will heat that up, so it sort of tricks the heating system and tricks the heat pump, and then you've got a pump on there which will drag the heat out, which obviously goes around your house to heat up your house. Otherwise without that it would take forever to heat this house up. It also improves flow rate for the heat pump, which obviously with better flow rate improves efficiency with the heat pump as well. You've got your pump, your expansion vessel, that's all your radiator side. You've got your expansion vessel up top here. The red one, which is for your heating side, and then you've got the white one, which is for your hot water side, because that's drinking water that is a potable expansion vessel, and the one down there is non-potable because obviously that's for your heating and that's you're not drinking that. You've got your coal feed, which is feeding your cylinder with a Caleffi valve around there, which will regulate the pressure of the water coming into the tank. You've got your pressure gauge and your filter, which will filter any impurities in the water that go through the radiators and stuff to stop it clogging. That's a magnetic filter. The cylinder's a Tempest heat pump, I believe is 200 litre. Bled the radiators to get all the air out so that obviously there's no airlocks in the system and everything gets hot when it's turned on and starts working. Nice space to work with today. As I say, the next job now is to lag everything, get it all nice and neat for the customer.
So it's day 2, all the plumbing work's been done. The hot water tank's in, this magnetic water filter for the radiator system, and an electric pump to send the water around the radiators, some expansion vessels and the buffer tank. This is a smaller than usual buffer tank just because of the limited space in this cupboard. And today we're going to be completing the install on the electrical side. So we'll be running the cable from the air source heat pump to the control centre in here. And with that we can set the times for the hot water to match with the Octopus tariffs, or other suppliers are available. We can set all the different conditions. We'll get the thermostat on. The thermostat's mobile, you can carry it around the house, and you can also set that to work at different temperatures at different times to tie in with whatever tariff you've got. And hopefully by later this afternoon we should be fully operational and the house will be warm. We've finished installing the media heat controller and the thermostat upstairs. We've connected up the immersion heater for the Legionella cycle, and if you need hot water during maintenance cycles. And so now we're going to start work on the heat pump outside. We're going to join all the connections here to the controller upstairs, put in the mains power, reassemble it, and once it's ready we'll begin the commissioning process. Mains power is controlled by an on-off isolator, so if in case of maintenance or any other reason you can turn it off easily. It's also controlled by a circuit breaker in the house. So it's day 2, the cabling's all installed and tested, the heat pump's ready to commission, and the house is ready to be warm. House saving money and carbon, and we'll see you soon.
For more information moving forward, as always, like, share and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.